everyone. I'm Eric Paulson with Your Essential Practice, part 2 for this big rune reading of the 2 aspects on what is it, June 17th? Yeah, so Mercury and Venus both in Cancer, the Sun in Cancer on the 20th, along with that full moon in Capricorn on the 20th. The solstice is also on the 20th this year, not the 21st. Thank you, leap year. So officially, happy birthday, Cancers. All you Cancers out there, happy birthday. This is your rune reading. Let's get into it. How are we all feeling out there, everyone? This is part 2 of that mega series of the 2 aspects on the 17th and the 2 aspects on the 20th. So that's the Mercury and Venus on the 17th in Cancer, and the Sun in Cancer on the 20th, and the full moon in Capricorn on the 20th as well. So this is the part 2 officially Capricorn season rune reading here. So beautiful, beautiful. As usual, we have the singing bowl. We're going to ring for additional cleansing of this energetic space. And as usual, I have the $2 note in there representing the uncommon abundance in our lives. While we ring it, we're simultaneously giving gratitude towards and inviting more of that uncommon abundance back into our lives. I invite you now to take 3 deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth while we concentrate on today's divinely guided rune reading. Cancer season. A little bit more clarity off of the last rune reading. A lot going on. Beautiful, beautiful. Anybody want to recommend another good singing bowl for me? I would like another larger one for this channel, so please let me know in the comments below. Let's jump into today's divinely guided rune reading. Oh, Issa wanted to jump right out there and join the party. Let's shuffle these up a little bit. We're using the Unikite runes again today. If you'd like any of these sets, email me at youressentialpractice@gmail.com or visit me at youressentialpractice.com. Look at this. We're coming from that energetic past of wanting that clarity. This is Dagas. This is the rune of clarity. This is the metamorphosis, right? The change, the evolution of self, right? The consciousness, the clarity. Maybe this is a evolution, a mental evolution, right? That Gemini was really expansive. Gemini is still in, the Jupiter is still in Gemini, y'all. And it will be for a really long time. So this is really expansive Gemini energy and balancing out with this Cancer energy now. That's this transition that we're shifting into. We're needing to pump the brakes just a little bit here and observe this beautiful change that's occurred in our lives. It's new understanding. This new beautiful, like claircognizance almost, right? Dagas is about that revelation, that aha, the hourglass tipped on its side, where you can have that moment outside of time to have that observation, that really beautiful moment of clarity. Right now, you're trying to move past this kind of a rebuilding this tower. You're probably energetically going within and really examining these things that happened here recently. This is Hagalas. This is the hail rune. This literally means natural disasters. So, like hail is a destructive force, volcanoes, earthquakes, etc. And they can destroy, yes, true, but they're also making way to build newer, better, and stronger, right? Giving the opportunity for growth. Right? So this isn't happening to you, this is happening for you, is a good way to happen, or a good way to look at this right now. That this confusion, this kind of feeling like a need to kind of go within and be a little more introspective during this Cancer season, especially with all these aspects. Yeah, it could be cause to do that, to kind of celebrate your wonderful depths and diversity that are wonderfully, uniquely you, and just to kind of go within and rebuild that tower. This is really great for you because in the energetic very near future here, this is Theresis. Theresis is that hammer, that Thor's hammer, right? That lightning strike of that very swift and thorough action. So this can build or destroy, right? This can continue to build this tower, or it can continue to dismantle it. Whatever you're trying to accomplish with your self, with your life, right? Take what resonates and leave what doesn't, because this clarity is really what's spurring a lot of this on. This is initiated by you. Like these all are, but this one is for sure something that you are taking action on here in the very near future. You're going to seize the moment, seize the day here. So this is really beautiful as you have this understanding and you're moving forward with those divinely guided steps. You have that claircognizance, right? That inner knowing, that understanding moving forward. This is great work. This can build, destroy, or also protect. I like to argue this is also indicative of the thorn, right? It can be a thorn in a side. We want to fully remove that thorn, right? In risk of infection if we don't remove the thorn. Also, if we're walking along our path, we could see this as a giant or a giant hill that would need to be swiftly climbed, right? Otherwise, it would take too long. It's such a steep climb that will fall right back down. We swiftly climb it, and before we know it, we're over it, and it's a nice, beautiful, swift ride back to our path. So this is something that has shaken us up maybe a little bit. And that understanding, that clarity might be like, ooh, I don't like that aspect of myself, so therefore I'm going to improve on that. This beautiful. And this is the energetic, what you need to do position for the best outcome. So action taken for the best outcome. Jera is the name of the rune here. This is indicative of the harvest. The harvest rune cannot be reversed. See that? So while we're calling in our harvest, we're taking inventory of our lives. We're creating this lesson, this education for ourselves while we're in this energetic harvest. Jera is that like cyclical nature of life. We're kind of seeing things come full circle back around as a fruit of our labors. So recognizing that as it comes in, we kind of like the farmer when he looks at, or they look at their crops, right? They're going to see, okay, did it get enough water, moisture, right? Good enough soil, the right amount of seed, the good enough seed. Did I plant these well enough? Did they get good nutrients, sunlight as well, right? And my harvesting methods, how are those? So this is really calling us to really look at those sort of aspects of self and really improve on this. Okay, so this energetic action might be because of or calling in that harvest here for what's next in your life as well. This is that gain or growth. So this is going to also be resembling what you're gaining and growing from, right? So you're gaining that understanding, you're moving forward with more, that you have that clarity, you're coming forward with that more, that understanding and that revelation type of energy. So this is really, really beautiful for you in this Cancer season. This is really about that balancing the mind and the heart sort of energies. Check out the description box below, please, for a lot more information and different aspects during this season. There's different squares and just different trines and different aspects of affecting one another during these movements here celestially. So what our thoughts, feelings, and emotions are moving forward here. This is the Sun rune. This is Sawilo. This is our good fortune, our good luck. Everything the sun's light touches is blessed, right? It gives warmth, security, clarity as well, more fire to add to that. So you're looking for that more of that clarity moving forward with this harvest, but realizing maybe that it's more in what you're doing and how you're approaching it, and adjusting tactic as you move forward here. I like to see how these kind of channel in, and then how these like to energetically bless one another moving forward. So this is, Theresos is giving that action to the harvest, and this harvest is giving thought to our good fortune. Our good fortune is giving thought to how we're acting and what that decisive action is. Okay, so this is really that good energy to be in that cyclical nature, like again, and really examine self, really improve and take those steps, those action steps, the constantly committed imperfect action towards your energetic harvest, like each time improving your quantity and quality of harvest. Personally, first I would go for quality of harvest first, right? We want to make sure that good fortune, the sun's light, right, reaches our crops and blesses them, and while we're in our divine actions, right? What do we risk losing? That feeling of stuck, frozen, rigid, right? Hagalas and the hail rune, that ice with the hail. Wow, right across from one another too. So this feeling of stuck, frozen, and rigidity, this repeating life lessons type of aspect of self, you're really you've been trying to be rid of it, this energetic pattern addiction in your life. And really what you risk losing in this is a good aspect to lose, I would say, for you, because ideally this, whatever this is now that has you kind of in your standstill or in your pause, is when you're breaking free and getting into that action of actually moving forward with those divinely guided steps, right? Got to unfreeze your emotions, unfreeze the water in your charts, right? When you're moving forward, unfreeze your feet, right? Take those journey action steps, right? Address that giant on your path, right? Good fortune is on your side, right? When we're calling in this harvest in divinely guided ways. This path, right, is not so straight and narrow, right? We see that it can make this path of good fortune. This can be like, oop, good fortune here, and we're going to continue, right? So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Isa is a definitely aspect of self, like this feeling like this dogmatic part of our ego that likes to sneak in and say, no, it has to be this way, it has to be that way. But no, you're open to this new understanding, right? Moving forward, this new bit of clarity moving forward, and you're applying it in healthy ways. I see this as being very beautiful for you. Moving forward, you have those needs addressed. Beautiful. So when we don't address those needs, though, be wary, because we're looking at falling back into Isa, okay? But when we are addressing those needs, we can transmute this into almost any rune we want. We can transmute this into Yibo, the rune of gifts, that X, right? For instance, we can transmute it up to Tiwas, that arrowhead, our discipline, right? Our justice and our success that way. So while we're doing this, we are doing a very divinely guided thing and addressing our needs in the outcome, the constraints, the necessities in ourselves, in our lives, as we relate to others. Yes. Okay. And that's moving forward with that beautiful clarity. We're addressing our needs in divinely guided ways, just by being who we need to be, right? For ourselves. We're showing up for ourselves in ways that we've never shown up before. And this is really beautiful. We're taking a lot of the lessons learned from Gemini season and applying them now. So this is really great work going within. Don't feel like you're cocooning or withdrawing or being antisocial. Leo season's right around the corner. You can kind of call this your balancing phase between Gemini and Leo. You have Cancer, beautifully divinely guided and going that with the super emotional depths and harmonizing that mind-heart connection. This is great work that you're doing, y'all. This is really divinely guided. If you're looking for that yes or no answer for your rune reading today, the answer is yes. So let's get some cards for clarity. These are the soul's journey cards. These are divinely guided messages straight from spirit, straight from source, from divine to your spirit, straight to your soul. So divine, please show us clearly, what message of clarity do you have for us today? You have a couple cards right away for us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Acceptance and doubt. Interesting. I am learning to accept the things I cannot change. And then doubt says, I release the need to know all the answers, right? By doing that, you're practicing the acceptance, right? And with that divine acceptance of where you're going in your life, you're releasing that doubt as you're letting yourself be divinely guided. Moving forward, it doesn't have to be so rigid or how it is like ingrained in your head. Remember, you were taught that. All right, you were taught that. Let's read about acceptance. I am learning to accept the things I cannot change. Right now, your soul is learning acceptance. This may force you to feel out of control in a situation or with another person in your life. Just realize that the universe has given you this incredible opportunity to release control. Perhaps doing so will help you realize that there is a rhythm, a rhyme, or reason to everything in life, rather than thinking that these are accidents that are occurring. Refer to these conditions of moment of divine design, right? Life is happening to you, or excuse me, for you, not to you. These aren't accidents, right? These aren't accidents that are happening right now. These are divine design. So these are happening for you, not to you. Beautiful. Maybe it is a person or a situation that you do not agree with right now. And for the moment, instead of having a knee-jerk reaction based on emotional response, you should stop, step back, observe, and make an attempt to understand both sides of the equation, which is an incredible gift for you to practice tolerance, grace, and patience. Realizing that although you have come to accept a situation or condition, it does not necessarily mean that you are condoning a behavior or that you support it. You see it for what it is and recognize that there is something rich to learn from it. Let's read about doubt. What does the doubt card have to say for us? Again, it says, I release the need to know all of the answers. It's impossible for the human brain to comprehend the mysteries of the universe. You are only consciously aware of the 3 dimensions for a reason, and that's to learn love without the full awareness of your connection to spirit. Everyone has his or her own personal path to this awareness, and there is no right or wrong answer as long as your goal is to manifest the energy of love and compassion. The wisdom of the divine trickles into the physical dimension, and some of it will resonate with your soul and some will not. These are the signposts that guide you with your correct path. If the wisdom resonates with you and seems right, keep it. If not, release it back to the universe. Always be aware that and mindful of the insights that your spirit guides and teachers put on your path. Right? Be open to the idea that spiritual guides can be out there for you in very many ways. It could be that moment of clarity. It could be this tower moment. It could be in this giant, right? It could be in this harvest. Keep your eyes and ears open and observant. The universe is always trying to communicate with you. It's up to you to listen, to tune in, to understand why these things are occurring around behind you, and have the acceptance to release that doubt. A lot of us need to practice that with ourselves and just have faith in ourselves and our abilities moving forward, that confidence, right? This rune I like to call Now This, because it sounds very similar. Novice is that rune of constraints and needs. You're going along, and then you're faced with this doubt. But that means you haven't fully accepted yourself. When you're accepting yourself, you release that need to know all the answers naturally, and by doing so, you are naturally addressing those needs and constraints. It's very beautiful work, y'all. Right now, we're going to get some messages of clarity from the fairies. The fairies are divinely guided beings who love to assist us in our journeys. And before I could even ask them, they just jumped a card right out here for us. Summer. Wow. Wow, everyone. Everything that you're asking for becomes yours in the summertime. This is the time right now. Yes. Cancer season, summertime. Leo season, summertime, right? So during these times of the year, with that sun, that good fortune, right? The warmth, right? In the summertime, all this action is going to lead to this first harvest of the season, which is right around the corner, actually, which is marking that first entry into summer with the sun moving into Cancer. All right. We're unfreezing our waters. We're open to divine guidance in addressing our needs. The summertime, y'all, let's read about this card. This is beautiful. I'm so glad for you. This is great. Summertime. Again, it says everything that you're asking for becomes yours in the summertime. You've drawn this card because you wonder when your desires will manifest. This card represents the reassurance that your wishes have been heard, and divine timing is clearing the way for you, for your answered prayers to come to you at the perfect time. In this case, you'll fully realize your dreams in the summer. Additional meanings for this card are you are moving to a warmer location, or spend some time outdoors in the sunshine with the full spectrum of light, or take a vacation, especially to a warm, sunny place. So these divinely guided steps, this action, you don't mind where this is landing you, and that's really beautiful. I don't see a lot of super action runes other than Theresa's here and the Tower. So this is how you're responding, or is this how you're reacting? Go within, because that's going to affect how your harvest looks, right? When you're in your harvest. So really study what kind of harvest you're calling forward here as you're making your next steps. Beautiful stuff, y'all. Let's get a chakra token to continue our meditative practices moving forward. Here today we have the sacral chakra. Beautiful, beautiful. Sacral chakra has been coming up more, okay? And then we have crown chakra. So this is a reminder to work a lot. This just fell out, so I'm going to just add this, okay? So sacral chakra would be the 417 hertz solfeggio frequency. The 417 hertz solfeggio frequency is beautiful for detoxification. You can find it on YouTube here, and there's a lot out there. Just pick one that resonates with you and leave what doesn't. Correct, right? So this crown chakra is the 963 hertz solfeggio frequency. It has no mantra. Crown chakra is the final chakra, and it's located above the head. If you're someone who has a blocked crown chakra, then you're cynical, closed-minded, and not worked through your first 6 chakras first, right? The crown chakra represents a higher state of consciousness and spiritual enlightenment. Opening this chakra takes a lot of spiritual and mental awareness. Those who have opened their crown chakra will feel bliss and transcendence. What I think this is, it might be that tune-up for this sacral chakra. Sacral chakra, a lot of divinity is done with the sacral chakra. It's a very creative center, right? So this sacral chakra is located below the navel and releases sexuality, creativity, intimacy, and pleasure. And if you feel sexual repression, lack of creativity, intimacy issues, or you're someone who emotionally isolates yourself, then you'd be someone who needs to work with their sacral chakra. Listening to the solfeggio frequency of 417 hertz will help elicit more openness, creativity, and sensuality. As a result, you'll experience more pleasure and harmony. So I'm doing these both because this is a great reminder to work on these chakras and all these lower chakras first before we're tuning in to and working with that chakra a bit more. So in healthy ways, this might, and this is divinely guided. Remember that chakra token fell out. All right, the 417 hertz was drawn first, so this might be just divinely guiding you. Hey, tune up this chakra first before going into here this week. So, as an example, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. That mudra for the crown chakra. Whoop! I almost did the wrong chakra. Or the hand mudra for the crown chakra is just this, it's above your head, and the mantra is silence. We're silent when we tune in to the divine through our crown chakra. You hold this just above your head, and this is for the crown chakra. So for the root chakra though, this is a two-hander, and we're starting off in the prayer position for the mudra. The mantra is VAM, V-A-M. So as we're doing this, you see what I just did with my index and middle fingers. I folded them in up over my thumbs, and then the ring and pinky fingers, the tips touch on there. We're holding our wrists together, and it looks like a bunny rabbit there. We'll hold this in our lap and recite the mantra VAM, listening to 417 hertz while we elicit the openness and healing in the sacral chakra and our creativity center. This might be lead to more understanding and clarity, further revelation, and creativity towards problem solving as we're in our energetic harvest here for this first harvest of this year, of this 2024. So this is great. Moving forward, let me know in the comments below how this resonates with you. What a great rune reading, everyone. I've been Eric Paulson with Your Essential Practice. If you'd like any of the rune sets or a rune reading for you specifically, please contact me at youressentialpractice@gmail.com. Or you can look at the website at youressentialpractice.com. It's still under a little bit of maintenance, but you can still click around there and kind of get a feel there. So again, that sacral chakra mudra is right like this with the bunny ears and the curling of the first two fingers over the thumbs. We're keeping the thumbs together. We're just resting this right on our lap. VAM is the mantra, V-A-M, while 417 hertz is playing, and that beautiful orange energy is emanating from that sacral chakra region and filling up our extremities, going out to our fingertips, our toes. Beautiful meditative energy, y'all. So let me know in the comments below how this kickoff of Cancer season is working out for you. Are you Cancers out there? Happy birthday. Namaste. Have a blessed and abundant day.